Hello everyone, good morning. This is Daniel live from Kalkine Studios in Sydney and you're watching the early trades. Let's get started with our market open report. The S&P ASX 200 is up 0.21% today, setting a new 20-day high. The top performing stocks in this index are COSTA GROUP, up 3.58%, and UNIBAIL-RODAMCO-WESTFIELD, up 3.57%. Over the last 5 days, the index has gained 1.97%, but is virtually unchanged over the year to date. BHP Group climbed 1.4%, while Rio Tinto advanced 2% to $119.16. CSL was leading the losses, down 1.1%, while Block declined 2.7%. Let's take a look now at some of the stocks making a buzz today in the opening session of the ASX. Air New Zealand has been awarded a further 12 months of support for cargo flights under an extension of the government's Maintaining International Air Connectivity Scheme, or the MIAC scheme. The contract is for freight capacity operating from the 1st of April 2022 through to the 31st of March 2023. The MIAC scheme has helped keep New Zealand connected to its global trade partners and has also allowed for essential international travel to continue while international borders remain effectively closed. Qube announced today that it has sold its option to buy land at Beveridge, just north of Melbourne, for the development of a rail freight terminal to the National Intermodal Corporation, Commonwealth Government Business Enterprise. The nominal consideration paid to Qube reflects the actual cost of the options paid, plus the partial recovery of Qube's cost incurred to date to assess the development. As part of the transaction, Qube has also been granted an option to buy back up to 200 hectares of developable land at a future point in time for consideration materially consistent with the price paid by the National Intermodal to acquire this land. This option expires in September 2023. As it builds up a banking super app for consumers in the US market and prepares to launch in Australia, leading ASX fintech company Dough has been developing on its worldwide scale-up strategy. The company also announced a big new strategic funding endeavour with Longstate, a New York investment firm, this morning. Dough will get a $20 million equity funding facility as part of the historic acquisition, which will be used to expand its US operations and client base while also investing in continuous R&D. Australia's next rare earths producer, Hastings Technology Metals, announced that it has received a firm commitment from the company's largest shareholder, L1 Capital, for a placement of 160 million new shares to raise a total of $40 million Australian. The new shares will be issued at a price of 25 cents per share, representing a 5.7% discount to the last traded price. The placement proceeds, along with existing cash reserves, place Hastings in a strong financial position as it accelerates key work streams and mine site works at its flagship Yangibana Rare Earths project. Hastings will have a cash balance of $131 million upon settlement of the placement. APM Human Resources International is pleased to announce a series of contract awards under Workforce Australia. The contract awards reaffirm APM as a market-leading provider in Australia's employment services sector, where the company will deliver Workforce Australia contracts in addition to disability employment services. AMP today announced the successful completion of the sale of its global equities and fixed income business to Macquarie Asset Management, part of Macquarie Group Limited. As part of the sale, assets under management of $47 billion will transfer from APM Capital to MAM, subject to unit holder approvals. The sale, which was announced on the 8th of July of last year, was subject to a number of conditions which have now been satisfied. Following the transaction, AMP will receive a net completion amount of approximately 63 million Australian dollars in cash from MAM, reflecting the expected post-completion adjustments. The reduction from the total potential proceeds reflects reductions from AUM and client pricing changes since the sale agreement. Well, that's all for now in the early trades. Stay tuned to Kalkine TV as we have many more shows lined up for you, sharing live updates across the economy, markets and sectors. This is Daniel signing off for now.